Man. My hat not go out? Oh, no, it did. What am I gonna see first? I guess I'm gonna eat my stroganoff while I wait. Man. Okay, my mic is not muted. Good, 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 good. I guess we can just start. Texas A&M. Honestly, a little disappointed by this team, all things considered. Ooh. Oh, damn. Ouch. That might be important. Bring the first one in the chat. I'm in VC in the server in case anyone wants to talk ball or just talk in general. One healthy forward on the team, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Did you not end up getting that one job you were telling me about? Naylor is their leading scorer, though. It creates some doubt for me. And then I'm going to look at everybody's favorite team, the Lafayette Leopards. They started the season ass, but they kind of came together at the end. Yeah, look at this start. Woof. But they are won 10 of their last 12 games. Yeah, I figure I can. Mason Harridge. What a freshman season for him. Stroganoff. All right, anyway. Oh yeah, Lambert Aaron's hurt. And Greg Frost also died, apparently. Georgia Tech. We're going to look at it here eventually. Man, guard a little bit of a weakness for the Jackets, not going to lie. Good team, but I don't really view some crazy run happening. Veasley though, he's been huge. Tyrese Bell. Spencer Hawkins his last year. They're going to go up against Western Kentucky. Third year under Coach Eli Middlebrook. They are going to have Kellen back, so Amazu's back on the bench. He's going to be starting next year, unless they bring in another forward who's better than him. Man, they really did it. That's special. Chevarez, leading scorer. Man, he being loud. Y'all can hear him better than I can. Trevor Kellen is the second leading scorer. Amazu Knox, man. What a story. Oh, let me use my handy dandy phone to look at the bracket that I took a picture of, so I can just go from team to team. USC. Honestly, not as impressive, like, pure, like, numbers wise as I thought they'd be. Ooh. Damn, major groin tear. That's how your career ends, huh? Another Chinese man gonna be getting starts. I'll be honest, this team being as good as they've been is kind of surprising to me, but spirit. It's the spirit of the tournament. Very good all season. Fortunately, they weren't able to beat Purdue. Went on to absolutely smoke everybody. Some close games with the Boilermakers, actually. Sherman and Gomez, man, that's a duo right there. I feel like Mucker played a underrated role. Better hope you can get this out of Jun Ming. Auburn. Should this team have even made the tournament? Oh god, what is this roster? They just have 4 centers at the top. And their best one's fucking hurt. I mean, their guard play's not totally morbid, but it's a little gross, not gonna lie. They had a win against Kentucky in round 1 of the SEC tournament. I guess that put them over. Outside of that, this is not an impressive team. Hillman's their leading scorer, Jackie Marshall, Hyatt, Kendi. I'd be pretty sick if USC lost this game. Oop. Vanderbilt, the 4 seed. Jelani Weaver's hurt. Oh shit. Torn rotator cuff. Damn. Ripped a bro. As always, though, it's gonna hinge on how well Caleb Ball can play. And the funny part is, I don't even think he wasn't even he was not good this year, but the rest of the team stepped up big time. God, he was actually awful. What the fuck? Ugh. Yeah, just get the ball to these guys. Sellards, man. Sellards is the dude. Yeah, Auburn's at 12. Man, if this team had like a good guard, they would be dangerous. And they're gonna play Cal State Bakersfield. Damn, I didn't realize their offense was this shit. But the defense is very good. I don't know about that. Oh yeah, Bo Kleinfeld's here. Forgot about him. Wade Cribben's another short king. 5'6" sharpshooter. What a build. They have any injuries lower down? Oh. What happened to this dude? Partial MCL tear. Crippen the leading scorer, though. I I doubt they're gonna beat Vandy unless they get a crazy game from somebody. I don't feel inspired. Sixth seed San Diego State. They finally turned it up at the end of the year. Are they healthy? It looks like they are. Yes, they are. I mean, I will maintain if this team starts clicking, they could be dangerous. Unfortunately, their path is pretty fucking difficult if they want to go deep in this tournament. Yeah, damn, they're on a crazy win streak here. 13 in a row before Oregon State got them. Bruno Brady, the leading scorer. Lamont Hurston. Yeah, it's a good team. I think the guy you need to. I think you need Steckler to be at the top of his game, like playmaking wise. He's getting them 6 assists a year. Also, on God, Bryington been a little disappointing. I think Fruth would be a better center for them. He's giving them almost the same amount of scoring as a bench guy. Something to pay attention to. Now, does Morehead State actually have like a real shot here? Third ranked offense. I don't know how much to give them credit for that, considering who they've been playing. Yeah, I have a pretty hard time seeing them beat San Diego State. Maybe the whole winning is contagious thing helps them out, but pure roster strength, I don't think Morehead has anything that Aztecs wouldn't be able to handle. Need a who would be the guy? Probably you need Mike Lewis to absolutely dominate Bryington. I'm just having a hard time seeing where the guards would have an edge on Steckler and the Aztecs. I won't write them off entirely, but they have to prove it to me. I don't think I could pick Morehead. I don't think I could get myself there. Creighton, team that I think could win it all. Honestly, I mean it's crazy because their roster isn't even like that crazy. They've got a good amount of really good players, but Jonah Basio is giving me that Adam Brault vibe. Just a fucking hooper. And they are healthy. Haven't lost in quite a bit. Are on a 10-game winning streak currently. Central Michigan's their first opponent. Basio. It's kind of crazy because he had a worse season than last year. But I feel like his impact's been just as good. Well, it might be because he actually has an actual co-star here. Isaiah Nikos looks like he's blossoming before our eyes. Another good-looking player for them. It's just good contribution. I mean, this team is #1 rebounding team for a reason. Like everybody can grab a board. Everybody can block shots. Everybody can defend. But Jonah Basio, he's like the key to all of it offensively. Like, if you can make his life hell, it's a bit more difficult for this team. Then you got Sock here, he's been getting starts. What kind of assisting has he been able to do? You know what? That's a new wrinkle for them. If you can take the burden off Basio, where it's not just has to be, if it's him, if it's not him, it's not happening. I mean, this dude's still just what is he, 76 or whatever he was? Yeah, 76. If you can get some good play from him, that's a big if, though. I kind of believe that too, Yoni. I don't want to say I'm fading Texas A&M, but I have been a little disappointed by their season. I feel like they could have been more dominant. And the Naylor injury is gonna kind of loom large for them. Does Central Michigan have a path for an upset here? Offensive numbers say yes, but they're going up against a crazy-ass defense at Creighton. I don't know if the MAC is going to be giving you that high level of defense, I'm going to be honest with you. Oh yeah, Charles Kirk is on this team. I totally forgot about him. He's not even like the best guard, though. Caden Roberts, he's the guy. Man, they really beat Akron. That's crazy. Yeah, Caden Roberts are bust, I guess. Good lord. Kirk's just a dude here. Roman Johnson, also pretty decent. But I'd be interested to see if they can make it a game. They don't have that kind of defense that Creighton has. That's just going to be hard for them to contend. Unless they're just making crazy shots. All right, Northern Iowa, our 7th seed. Pretty special year for them. A lot of seniors on this team. 4th ranked offense, my goodness. Protect the ball, get offensive boards. This game versus Richmond is going to be a battle. This guy somewhere else at some point? Oh yeah, he was. Oh, he's been around. I was gonna say I recognize his name. She got O'Donnell, Drake, and King. Carlin's been very good. And Farouk is like a shutdown guy. lockdown on the perimeter. Honestly, just looking at the roster, this team is not even like anything crazy, but it's just a lot of experience, isn't it? Who are their 2 losses to? Bradley got them, and St. Louis got them in their first game of the season. That's funny. They are on a 20-game winning streak right now. King, Drake, O'Donnell, Carlin. It's one of those teams that's just greater than the sum of its parts from the looks of it. But are they better than Richmond? Overall ratings are the same. Honestly, I'd probably give Richmond the slight talent advantage. Kareem Ibrahim's hurt though. Would he be back for a second round game? 1-3, yeah, he would be. Okay, so he's gonna miss this game against Northern Iowa, but he would be back if Richmond were to play another game. Potentially big. Steve Van Claiborne's an 88 overall. Richmond was ranked briefly. Dennis Green, though. Man, the glow up he's had. 6-man last year, now he's leading scorer here this season. Steve still just playing defense. Doing the little things. David Coolme. 13 a game for him. Yeah, I don't know. This is going to be a hell of a matchup. I'm not really sure who I'd give the edge to. Might just flip a coin and hope that it's right. All right, defending champs. Still an airtight operation here. They are extremely good. They're high on the block stat, championship stat for me. Dante McKenzie's a 95, but Idris Kamara is the best player on this team. Dustin Ragnarsson looking to make it 2 in a row. I mean, after last year, team won it last year, and they were able to keep basically everybody from that team, so it's not crazy to think they could do it again. On God, Cletus Washburn might take John Boy McGraw's job here during this tournament. And they got depth for days. Yeah, I'd probably pick against a back-to-back, but I mean, St. Mary's got a good reason to be able to do it, though. This team is still extremely good. 16 a game. Idris Kamara, what a player he's turned into. Ragnarsson's still great. Delacroix, been nice, starting as a freshman. McGraw been his usual self. Good big man. I mean, damn, Rico Snell's been pretty good off the bench. I mean, he's fucking injury prone as hell, but when he's played, he's been all right. Yeah, this team's just incredibly strong. I don't know if Milwaukee's gonna have a chance in hell. All right, Milwaukee, 27th ranked offense. They just kind of surprised everybody from the looks of it. Damn, rip to bro. Special stuff. Palmer and Houston, Hustis or Hustis. Good offensive players, but I'm probably need a little more than that, I think. It's a crazy world out there. St. Mary's probably won't have much issue with them. All right, Utah. Number 1 seed. What do we got here? 87 overall team. Morga's been out for a while. He will not be back this season. Ty Roback, though, that's a pretty significant injury. That could cause some issues. So he's going to be out for 3 more games. Another guy would be back for the Elite 8 if they get that far. That's their lead guard. Ooh, they might be a bit overexposed here. Dustin Metter and Antoine Jordan. That could be trouble. Yeah, they got the straight up talent to still get through, but that could be something. God, this team has a lot of centers. My God. And they're all decent. Playing VMI. They had a handful of losses. But they've been a bit easier to defeat since someone found the chink in the armor. Moore was actually the leading scorer before he got injured. Grigsby. Still an excellent team, but yeah, their depth's going to be tested here. It sucks for them because it wasn't even their centers that got hurt. They'd be able to weather that no problem. VMI. They really won the SoCon. Riddick's hurt. Damn, he tore his pec. Ouch. 2 torn pecs. God damn. So what's happening over here? Longino and Blackman. Hartwell, Sunison. And good for them. I don't think they got much of a chance, though. Although the one advantage they have is they're healthier at guard. Lee Richards in his first season at Louisville gets them an ACC tournament championship. I'm not really sure how far this team could get. I mean, the defense is absolutely championship caliber, I'd say. Especially after how they played in that ACC tournament, like when the pressure's on, you could probably count on that. But this offense is pretty morbid. Oh my god, and they're so hurt. They did this with these injuries too. Torn ACL for Cuesta, that's brutal. Yeah, he was a lot of their offense. They're just wiped out. Malcolm White's hurt. He was also good. God damn, bro. He's getting a red shirt because he's accustomed. Orbital fracture. This dude just got hurt. My lord. Yeah, bro. How do they win the ACC with this, bro? What the hell? They played the exact kind of games they needed to play to win. New Mexico State's their opponent in round one. This team's good enough to. I mean, they got the guard play advantage for sure. Bryant and Tudor, good scorers. This is all gonna depend on which team's able to exert their will more. Like, if it's a defensive slugfest, give me the Cardinals, but if New Mexico State can break through on offense, I don't think the Cards have much recourse to stop that. This team actually lost to Queens. That's hilarious, actually. They were cooking for a while. Tudor, 74 overall. He's scoring though. Shiloh, almost 16 a game. Ziegler. That's a tough one. I think I'll lean Aggies in my bracket. But Cardinals, that's heroic shit to win the ACC tournament with all those injuries. That's crazy. GCU. Part of me thinks Indiana's just going to get sacrificed in this game. Howard Shears and Ricky Dunn are done after this. Edgar Young is also ending his career. But I mean, hey, they got more in the pipeline. Oh damn, Eli's hurt. Broke his ankle. Yeah, that's gonna end his career. Man, they got some injuries down this roster though. Luckily, it's at a position they are extremely flush with talent at, but all their guards are healthy. Shears is healthy. I'd be pretty shocked if they don't beat Indiana. But again, just the way this team is built this year, they're a bit more susceptible to quote unquote weaker teams. Indiana has guys, but I don't know if they've got the team to really go blow for blow with GCU. Like, yeah, you got shitters here at the end. Like, I don't know. I don't know. That might be too rich for me. It's an okay roster, but damn, they had a crazy losing streak here. 9 in a row. Soltero and Caruso. They're gonna need to be the heroes, most likely. Yeah, he's kind of goated. All right, now to look at Duke. 4 seed. Offense kind of booty, but the defense is championship caliber. Coaches or player league? I think they're both pretty important. I'd say it's a players league, but like a good coach can squeeze a lot out of a mostly mid team, and a bad coach can kind of ruin a good team on paper. But at the end of the day, you do need talent. This dude's been hurt all year. Yeah, he broke his fucking leg. Delios has an injury. He's gonna be out for 1 game. But I mean, he ain't even starting, so lineup we've been used to is intact. Signature win for the Blue Devils was getting that win over UNC. Lost by 2 to Florida State, but still a 4 seed. Man, I really just came in as leading scorer here. That's kind of special, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think I had it in me. I didn't think I had it in me to save Duke basketball. I went from a man and became a demigod. Njak's really getting draft buzz. Like he good player, but I'm a little surprised he's getting that much attention. He's not even the best guard on this team though. Like Georgia's actually been like really good. Interesting. And their opponent will be the Temple Owls. I wonder if this team has got a shot. I'm honestly, they might. The offense is very good here. Top 20. First year coach. Where's he before? He's at Drake. Oh, okay. I like it. Like the hire. Get behind it. Oh, they were dealing with injuries too. They didn't even have Gordon Snyder starter for them. Wasn't like a big time contributor, but or perhaps they found something better with one of these younger guys. It's gonna be Austin Brink to start. Pretty young team. They got young talent here. Reuben Jackson's young. Didn't realize he was a freshman. Julian Brasher, senior center. Festini. I wouldn't put it past them. They were pretty impressive on their run to the American title. Yeah, damn, Jackson's a hooper. Okay. Brasher's good. Asamoah's good. I could see it. I don't think an upset here is crazy. Because Duke is not some great offense at all. If Temple can get their buckets, that could be. Or maybe they try to muddy up the game and beat Duke at their own game. Keep the score low. I'm interested in this one. All right, West Virginia. Another year of this team getting hella respect in the polls despite their record looking ugly as hell. I mean, to be fair, their issues. Their guard play is a little scuffed. Thomas is good, but they don't really have anybody behind him. They just got hella centers. That's all they care about. Candlish is one of the best ones in the nation, in my opinion, this year. Bit of a streaky team, too. Kind of ended their season with a dud, though. Yeah, Candlish, my God. What a season. 16 a game for him. If I'm a scout, I'm looking at this 7'2", big body. How does Alabama stack up? I'm honestly not too bad, but man, their shooting percentages are brutal. No wonder this team kind of struggled this year. Yikes. Ivan Collins is hurt. I don't know. They don't really have anyone that's really like blossomed all that much. I guess Dawson Baker would be the guy you'd be looking at. I mean, they had a big win streak here. This stretch play is probably what got them in the tournament. Yeah, I don't know. I think they in a one game sample size anything is possible, but I kind of have a hard time seeing. I feel like Candlish might have a field day with this. All right, BYU. Another team that I thought was extremely good roster-wise, but they've been a bit disappointing in terms of actually executing. And they got one of the most exciting players in the sim. Blair Tawil that dude's a weapon. Diaz is hurt, but that's not a huge deal. He wasn't starting. Dan Smith and Davis Sherwin, the guards. Guard play is where it all hinges, honestly. Almost all their losses have been really close. I don't know. I still kind of believe. Like, this dude could make a legend for himself. Like, these stats are nuts. Like Smith, if you get this kind of performance from him, like that could be good. Sherwin's not been bad, honestly. Just be that complementary piece. Then you just need good defensive play from the rest of the team. Like, that you can go places. Does UMBC have a prayer? I would expect not. Yeah, probably not. Oh my god, it's a mismatch, just talent-wise. BYU's got like 390s. This team has 180 overall. They somehow represent the America East in this tournament. Traszewski's leading scorer. I don't think that's gonna happen. that'd be an insane upset. Wow, this offense is actually so awful. Like, this is like Duke, but just with an even shittier offense. Oh, Mentos is hurt. That's great. Is he even close to being back? That's rough. Damn. They're they might even be even more cooked than I thought. Chase Hader's gonna have to start. Oh god. And they don't have a center. Has this dude been starting all year? Or no, Tariq Garcia. Never mind, I'm stupid. Where's he at? Oh no. Oh, he's shit too. Oh god. No, actually, no. This roster is actually gross. What the fuck? Jalen Radix is basically the entire offense. It's crazy that Malik Jones is just not. It's like him, Dante McKenzie, and Malik Jones are like the weirdest, like, do nothing offensive players for me. Like, why are you not scoring more? Why? I don't understand why you aren't scoring more. Like, Malik Jones' other stats are great. He just does, like, score the ball, bro. I don't get it. I don't understand. They're gonna play MSU. Give me the Spartans, bro. They've got more balance. I think that's, and they've got the 90s. They got talent. Rashard Horn being hurt might kind of suck, but honestly, I don't even know if I care that he's hurt. Kentucky's got an injury at forward too. Kentucky's got better guard play. I just don't know if it matters. Tavasholu. Oh yeah, those first two games for UTA are fucking cake. That is sweet. You're getting teams with like you have just decisive advantages over in the second round. You're either getting a team that is extremely offensively challenged, or you're getting an MSU team who you absolutely maug at guard, despite their injuries. They still got Richard Duncan and Cam Perry, and that's much better than what MSU has. Speaking of UTA, I don't even know if Braden's in the stream. We can take a look at this team now. If there was ever a year, this would probably be it. This team is nuts. Top 5 in half these categories. But their roster is going to be they're going to be tested a little bit depth-wise. Lambert Aaron is done for the year. He had a partial MCL tear in the title game against North Alabama. Yep. He done. He's healthy all year. Then he does that shit. God damn it. So it's going to be Reed Martin's going to be asked to do a lot. Backup guard spot. I mean, North Alabama made it a game. It was like a 3-point win for you guys, I think. But then you also got Jaquante Bailey. He's been hurt for a little bit. I think his return is going to be, Elite 8. Just checking to make sure I'm not spreading misinformation. Yeah, starting lineup's going to be Mason, Duncan, Perry, Norris, and Spotto. Until further notice. Reed will be dependent on, he's the only other guard, so it's going to be, I don't know who would be the other guard, quote unquote, on the bench lineup. Probably, it'd be some basketball terrorism with some of this shit, bro. Probably Mercer. Either that or Campbell, 7-foot guard. Good God. Man, Cam Perry, he's been carrying the load recently. Leading scorer, Spotto's up there. Mason doing what he does defensively. Losing Aaron might kind of suck, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, am I crazy for thinking Reed is gonna be ready to handle extra responsibility? He's been good this year. He's a senior. He knows what's up. And their opponent's going to be Nichols. I think this team is about to get annihilated. I think they're just happy to be here. Happy to show that McNeese is mortal. I mean, they get a good offense, though. Take care of the ball pretty well. Accurate three-point shooting team, but I don't know if they got much of anything for fucking UTA. They don't have a single 80 on their team. Special run. Reed's actually leading scorer here, despite being a lockdown guy. Adley Wilson. It's a balanced team here. I'll give him that. I just don't think they can fuck with UTA. With all due respect. Alright. Now, going to the East region. UNC. Good chance for this team to make a run. Although I think they got a pretty difficult region, to be honest. Oh, BJ Hampton's hurt. What happened to you? Severe wrist sprain? You probably... He's probably out for most of the tournament, looks like. Well, whatever. Ooh, actually, no, that might... Ooh, that is kind of... Oh, that actually does kind of suck. He's their second guard. Ooh. Ugh. That's a bad injury, actually. Never mind. What was the overview for that? Injured on the 7th. Yeah, he's out for the entire tournament. Damn. Wait, is he their... No. I'm stupid. Never mind. They got Teague and Landros. I'm stupid. He's like the first guy off the bench. But that's some good depth to not have, though. Louisville tripped him up. I mean, I doubt they're going to have problems with Morgan State, but Teague and Landros, that's what's going to have to get it done. Other pieces of the starting lineup are also quality, but it's these dudes. 2 elite guards. They can do it all. Speaking of Morgan State, let's look at them. Just chuck threes. That seems to be the strategy for them. Bunch of white guys here. Nice. Just randomly got hot at the end of the season. Normal MEAC shit. Granfield, Corbett, Orkin, Radridge, Moulton. Yeah, they shoot plenty of threes. Alright, Kansas. Has this team fixed itself? Because if they have, that's kind of bad news for UNC, because they'd probably end up playing these guys. Riley Fox is about to go top 3 in the draft, so watch out for him. 2 other 90s. Carcano's hurt. Damn. Rip the bro. Yeah, they did. They have been better. I mean, the last time they played UCF, though, they got absolutely lit up, though. Fox, yeah, this dude's really good. But they've had problems all year, so we'll see. I might pick Kansas because they've just been looking better recently, but UCF's had a good season. I'd give them credit, like pretty good. I mean, their turnovers are bugaboo for them, but solid year for them. A lot of seniors. How did they close it? Yeah, they closed out the season pretty strong. Ignored the loss to Iowa State. Interested. I'm interested to see how that one goes. The 8-9 matchups have been very intriguing to me. Pitt. Do we smell an upset with you? Oh man, this offense. Another team with a bad offense, but a pretty good defense. For them, it's elite. It's top 5. Damon Pettiman's at 96 overall. My God. Yeah, it's looking like this is probably going to be this team's last ride with this core. It's going to look very different next year. I'll be honest, I'm kind of out on Pitt, honestly. After our last year, like losing to EKU the way they did last year was pretty brutal. Jason Pinsono, Darius Ward, Hendrick Hooker, Damon Pettiman. These bigs got to step up. That's what it's got to be. Does Radford have a chance? I'd say yes. Man, their defense ain't bad either. They're less offensively challenged. I mean, sure, why not? They were ranked briefly. Rhett Ford, he's the dude for them. Lauderkamp's gonna have to have a big game. I think they could do it. All depends on Pitt, honestly. Baylor. Team that went from looking like a disaster season to taking the Big 12 by storm. And to be honest, the stats make me wonder how the hell they did it, because this offense isn't even crazy. They did it with defense, is that what it is? Yeah, they got injuries though. Oh shit. Kundavong is out for the first weekend. Dawkins is he broke his damn. Oh damn, Utah took a chunk of flesh. Oh, it's just gonna be Nick Ennis. That could be dicey. And Jones is gonna be out too for a game, I think. That could be trouble. I think they'll be able to get past Eastern Washington because I don't really think too highly of that team. We'll take a look at them, see if there's any real concerns there. God, this team's got their own injuries. Shit. Home due. Partial MC, yeah, he's done. Red Tree. pulled hamstring. I think he's just out for this game. If they beat Baylor, he'd be back. Out 2 starters. That's good news for Baylor, because they're down starters as well. Armis leading scorer. So they still got their leading scorer. Dorfler's good. Clement is nice. Find it hard to imagine EWU wins this, but a lot of injury chaos going on here. Could get crazy. Gonzaga, team I was fading this year, but they did okay. I'll give them credit. Ended up sneaking into the top 25. They still got 2 90s though. Eli Granger, I forget it. I don't think he's getting draft buzz, so he's going to be a lead in this team next year. Gonzaga is kind of straddling the edge of. Yeah, oh man, the guard play is actually brutal though. That's crazy they were this good with this guard play. That's probably the actual reason I was fading them. My God. They're the 1 seed in the Pac-12 despite that. Brendan Leaf was the leading scorer here. Yeah, I don't know. They've been playing Oregon State in a rematch. I'll be honest. This offense not as impressive as I thought it would be. They could do it again. Shelvin Harrison and Jack Bauer, like those guys can score. Reedus is gonna be out though. Only 1 game. That could be important. Braden Cunningham gonna get the start then. Lacewell at center. Ooh, he's their leading scorer. That's a tough one. I think I'll side with Gonzaga. Just because they're missing less. Purdue. Team has been honestly crazy when they're firing on all cylinders. They are healthy. Still hella centers on this team. South Dakota State's their opponent. I think they will beat them. Tristan Rilliford, man, if he's playing like he was in the Big Ten tournament, this team is going to be an issue. Been their best player all year. Ass defense for the Jackrabbits. Yeah, I'm not not seeing a lot here to think they could beat Purdue. Besides the fact that the offense is just good, but Purdue's offense is good too, so. You just have to hope to outscore them. That's how they win this game. I don't know if they could do that. Arkansas Razorbacks, SEC champs. I think this team could be a sleeper, honestly. Young team, by the way. problem with them is they're not deep. Torn wrist. Damn, he got hurt early. Quarantine. There's upside here, but it could all be undone pretty easily as well. Starting with a game against UNLV, which won't be easy. Jasper Simpson, though, he is an electric scorer. 19 a game for him. DeMar McKinnon's nice. Damn, Quarantine looked like he was going to be good before he got hurt, too. Damn. At UNLV, do they got the stuff to hold up against that? Honestly, I think they do. The defense is encouraging. Shane Stevens, Tobias Hamilton. Who's the other guard? Darius Ford. Arkansas. I think with depth, I think UNLV has a pretty decisive edge. So I think it's on the starters to make sure Arkansas doesn't pull away. Gonna need some good defensive performances from these guys. All right, Michigan. Kind of wild to think that they might actually be able to get Kynitz back from injury. He's only 3 games away from being cleared. At that point, you probably... I mean, honestly, you got a little bit of a choice here between Hudgens and Svensson. You want the defense or Hudgens, who's a pure slasher? Get you a bucket and a better rebounder. Better playmaker, too. I don't know. That's a question. But yeah. Man, they got 490s on this team. Still got some concerning depth issues, but there's at least a group of 6 players here you can trust. And if they can get far enough in the tourney, they're going to get a 7th. Michigan was on a 9-game winning streak before Purdue got them in the title game. Now they're going to play Canisius. Svensson's actually been the leading scorer, which is kind of crazy. Not at a great clip, though. If you want scoring on good efficiency, you'd be looking at Gamble. I think he's the guy you got to run it through. Cormac can be the run the offense playmaker, but you want Gamble taking the most shots. Damone Christian. He's got to be big in his bench minutes too. Alright, and Canisius, do they have a chance? I'd say yes, just because this team's played very well all year. I mean, roster-wise, they don't really hold a candle to Michigan, but I think this team's got a swagger about them. Yeah, Lockport is at UNLV now. Johnson, Sanders, and Sutton. That's the big 3 here. I'd say Canisius at least has a chance, but they would need a special performance offensively from these guys. It's happened before. Alright, now to our last region. Got Virginia topping this one off. The old guard. And just despite this exterior, man, I'm really just not feeling like they're gonna win it this year. I just keep looking at this. They got Tate Whitney, but they have Dean Hayes he's not the savior. They got all these great centers, but they're not going to be able to use many of them. Basically, all their losses have been close, but they've lost close 6 times. So, can you trust that to not crop up over the next 6 games? Where in at least, I'd say at least 3 of them, you're going to be up against a really, really good team. Cedric Carnish and Tate Whitney, Daquan Brown, like, it's a good team. But that second guard spot's a big weakness because Dean Hayes, you ain't like that, bro. Alright, their first round opponent is going to be Georgia Southern. Oh my god, I totally forgot Dylan Sain's the head coach here. That's hilarious. This team is not even good. How did they do this? Yeah, I think this team's about to get run over by Virginia. Sunbelt was actually crazy. Alright, NC State. Man, if this team took care of the ball better, they would be like a serious contender. Because that's a pretty big bugaboo to have. But I mean, a lot of this other stuff about this team is extremely good. Uwawa and Williamson are both extremely good. Silva, Claver. Or no, Claver's hurt. Never mind. He tore his rotator cuff. Yeah, he done. I mean, Birueta's not a bad replacement, though. Oh yeah, Tim Markline. He was at Hawaii. He's a first forward off the bench for this NC State team in the postseason. Gotcha, okay. I was like, I knew I recognized that name. Lost at Georgia Tech. That last game, they're gonna get Houston. I think I would pick NC State in this game. I think the Houston Magic's kind of run out a little bit. Take a look at them, see if there's anything to tell me otherwise. I mean, Houston's healthy. That's something. I'm still pretty underwhelmed by this roster. Maybe they prove me wrong, but I feel like NC State's just got they got more high-end talent and it's performing better than theirs. You need a Ryan Tomkowitz masterclass, I think. Him versus Roland Williamson is going to be a crazy matchup. I will be seated for that. All right, Washington. The team I believed in, but it's been a rough year. It's been turbulent. They're healthy right now. I mean, they've got 390s. Should be a lot of reason to think that they could make a run. But they've lost their last 3 games going into the tournament. And there's just been a kind of a failure to launch here. Amamori's still kind of leaving a little bit to be desired. Jaden Birch, so that is the actual story here. Really disappointing year for him with all the expectations he had. Arizona State, how do they stack up? Honestly, pretty well. They don't have quite the high-end talent, but they got a roster that makes sense. Yeah, Pisarski, Elric, Moore. I mean, I could see an upset here. Not sure if I'm bold enough to pick it, but I mean, if you catch Washington being lazy, they can be had. I think Pisarski might be the key against a Jaden Birch. I'm considering some ASU right now. That I think that could happen. Xavier, the number 2 offense in the land, and also a great rebounding team. Got a 4 seed in this tournament. I think they're going to be dangerous, honestly. Another one of these teams that they don't have any like 90s, but and rip to Damian Gaddis, goddamn. 49 get ruptured Achilles, that's crazy. Their offense is centered around this man, Dalman Ogilvy, senior. He's been here forever. Great player. Their one bugaboo has been Creighton. That's the one team in this conference they've had some issues with. They beat them once, but they lost the other 2 times they played. I'll be honest, this team is excellent offensively. Even their weaker guard Overbaugh is like giving you 11, 4.5, and 5 a game. Like that's really good. Jerron Brown and Braden Holm are both nice. Ogilvy doing what he does. I hate it for Queens because I think this is one of the worst matchups they could have gotten. Because Xavier's basically them, but better. The crazy part is I don't even think you guys are that far behind them, like roster wise. Like it's not some blowout to me. But I think Ogilvy is just the best player on the floor, and that's going to be tough to overcome if you can't make his life hell. Pretty dominant season here for Queens. As soon as they got to conference play, it was just havoc. Mike Carton, leading scorer, Sean Rucker. I think he's the best player here, honestly. Jalen Ricks, in his senior year, finally gotten that nice season we've been waiting for. Wexley as well. He's been decent. Yeah, I mean, these teams are incredibly similar. Just how they run their offense, who does the scoring, and all that. I'd decide with Xavier because Ogilvy is just, that dude is an issue. All right, last 8 teams. We're starting with Iowa. The Iowa Fighting Zach Farmers. Missing Seth Wilson. He tore it. Damn. Late in the year, too. Barrett Jarman. He's a 74 overall. He's a starting center still. Ugh. I gotta hate looking at their center position. They used to be so good there. And honestly, I think Wagner's a pretty tough matchup for a team like Iowa. Sayers leading scorer Farmer, just dude's an elite. Could wreck the game by himself. But hey, I mean, if Wagner can find a way to keep Farmer down, that could get crazy. Ooh, no Jeremy Gillian. He's up for 2 more games, so if Wagner made a run to the Sweet 16, they'd have him back. But Lance Gates, I think they're fine with him starting. It's not a huge deal. I think Sadiq Gabriel is going to be a pretty key player. He's going to need to be that lockdown guy. Play some good D. Eric Welch also been their leading scorer this year. Senior for him, senior year. Bradley Ingram. JT Redfield, I think, is the X factor. If he can like dominate the matchup over Jarman, that's going to put a lot of pressure on Iowa. He's a good bit better than him. I would definitely try to get some looks for him in the post. That's the path to victory. I think Wagner can do it. They've got the team and the advantages where you'd want them. If they can get Zach Farmer into some bad spots, force him to have a subpar game, they've got a really good chance to win that. All right, then we got Mississippi State. Because they're sporting 290s, one at 95. My God, I didn't even realize Kamari Rogers was cooking like that. It's one part of the team you can criticize, though. It's that the guard play can be a bit dodgy. Looks a little dodgy. I mean, despite all that, they've been a good team. I mean, their weakest guard overall wise is their leading scorer, which is kind of hilarious. This team's got a very high floor. I'll give them that. Like, if your weakest link, quote unquote, is your leading scorer, that kind of eliminates a lot of the concern. What does Jackson State have to counter? Be a hell of an upset if they can do it. This team's been played so well this season. Fully healthy. Sullivan, Colburns, KP Simpson, Lamar Walker. Do they have a March miracle in them? I would say probably not, but if they can somehow find a way to play at the level they have in the SWAC, Caden Sullivan's gonna need to have a crazy game. Not so much scoring, but if he can get hit like 10 assists, that'd be huge. But the odds are stacked against him because Mississippi State's kind of loaded. I'm not gonna lie. All right, K-State, 85 overall team, but their shooting percentage is kind of whack. They got 390s though. It's a good team on paper. Jason Thornton is hurt though. He'd be out for a few games, I think. 3 more games. Another guy would be back in the Elite Eight if K-State were able to get that far. This K-State team's got some depth, bro. Oh my god. Based on the roster test alone, they're probably a good bit better than Charleston. But a team that's kind of, they've had their struggles anyway. Like Rodriguez has been like the only like true standout on this team. Everybody else is just kind of doing their thing. Brad Sanilak, I guess, if you point him out, he's been a good defender. Almost 3 stocks a game. All right, Charleston, 10 seed. Jimmy Golson, his last go around for a lot of these guys. Really went +8 over his potential. That's kind of special. Another short king, 5'7". He's not even the leading scorer though. Josiah Desso's been that. Okay. Interesting. Huh. I would hope K-State can win this game. I think they're the better team, but Charleston's been another good season for them. It wouldn't shock me if they did it. We remember their comeback win over Florida State last year. We thought they were done until they weren't. All right, now Tennessee, another elite defense. Offense is a little bit of an issue, but it's not as much as like a Duke or a Kentucky. #1 assist team in the nation, though. That's big. That can mitigate those offensive numbers a little bit, I would imagine. But oh yeah, there's the problem. I mean, kind of. Actually no. Yarbrough's a 90. That's not a huge issue. Adrian Sutton though, he tore his Achilles. Rip to him. Losing a proven defender like him, that's kind of tough. To be Washington, Davis, Edelson, Yarbrough, and Scrally as the starters. Yeah, but they did. Ever since that injury, they've kind of been struggling. That's something or nothing. I think they'll beat Penn, but that might be something to pay attention to. And Penn, our last team. Another team that's just happy to be here. They got injuries. Louis Shepis fractured his ankle. Ripped to him. He's been hurt for a while. Oh, well, good luck to them. I think they're going to get killed by Tennessee, but good season. They ended it off on a strong note. Monfort leading scorer, Glover. But yeah, there's our bracket preview. It is done now. Hour and 40 minutes. Guess I'll go fill out my bracket. I'm doing all right, Sam. Who does Sam think is winning it all? I'm kind of honestly, I'm Creighton and St. Mary's meeting in the Sweet 16 might be like game of the tournament in terms of like I think both those teams could win it all. I don't think St. Mary's has an easy path, to be honest. Like their first round game should be a gimme, but Northern Iowa and Richmond could be trouble. But if Creighton can get to the Sweet 16 and play them, that's gonna be cinema. Got through all the teams, David. Was about to end stream. Do you have any final thoughts about this field? Curious. I I'll say my odds-on favorite is probably still UNC. I know Utah's gonna have to weather the Tyro back injury for a couple games. That might be a problem in this second round game. I'm not gonna lie, and the Sweet 16. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna go make my bracket now. Thank you everyone for watching. I guess I'll put my goal as 15 brackets to get the stream. Depends on how fast people are with that stuff. We start on mine. All right, see y'all.